So, one of the topics very near and dear to my heart is the Native American people of the United States and also Canada, but most specifically the Native Americans that I live next to, which are the Navajo. And I was listening to Navajo traditional teachings, and I'd love to interview the guy. The guy seems like a great guy, super duper intelligent. He knows the verbal, the history transferred down through linguistics, and in a lot of situations we've been trying to focus more on oral history. Now, the thing with the oral history is that in a lot of cases it can be more reliable than the actual physical documents that we have, because documentation is, I mean, if you want to trace it all back, they always say all roads lead to Rome, right? Well, so there were some documents that came out, and you can look them up. I don't have the exact documents on my hand because the person that I had eventually gotten a hold of and the person that I had been trying to get the documents from basically said, sorry, it's classified and I can't give it to you because of, the disruption of a historical location. Now, normally, I get it, that makes sense, but this is a specific historical location that actually backs up, at least partially, the theory that if in Native American teachings that the Navajo were here before, during, and after the Anasazi. Now, this evidence is a hogan built about 900 AD in the Navajo National Park. And I contacted these guys for weeks. It took me weeks to get through to these guys, and eventually I finally was able to get through, and the woman basically shut me down immediately. And I said, well, can you redact the location? I just want the actual document that was it was a study done by an archaeologist who went through and was documenting these sites and dating these sites based on the wood. We know that the salmon ruins have wood coming down from, all the way down from Colorado into New Mexico. And if you did have a hostile group such as the Anasazi, later the Hopi, you wouldn't have necessarily these structures that the Navajo, which the Hogan is really the red flag for me. And the fact that it goes back to 900, it absolutely tramples over modern day understanding of the Navajo migration into the Southwest Basin. And that's because they think that the Navajo didn't arrive until shortly before Columbus, about 1400 AD. Now, these numbers push it back 500 years. And if Navajo traditional teachings and actual linguistics and cultural stories say that they were here pre-Anasazi, part of me wants to go, hey, 0 AD makes sense. And just because we have lots and lots and lots of evidence of the Anasazi, we also have evidence of the Pueblo tribes up and down the canyons. That doesn't necessarily rule out the Anasazi or the Navajo, especially with the 900 AD structure found within Navajo National Park. So it's a huge bummer I wasn't able to get the documents. It's a huge bummer that obviously that's not going to be something I'm able to, a key that I'm not able to get, but maybe somebody will see the video or hear about the video and they'll look into themselves. And actually I'll put a link in the comments in the description that has a link to the actual document I'm talking about the Hogan from 900 AD. It's actually pretty freaking crazy, especially if you're trying to figure out the Southwest through the times that were pre-Columbian. So, thank you for revisiting history. Just a quick note. Thought I'd give it to you guys. See ya. Happy New Year.